Hello everyone, today I'm in Nagoya, Japan, which is located about 200 miles from Tokyo, and I'm just in the downtown area, which has a lot of office buildings and retail shopping, and they actually have some pretty expensive retail stores in this area. For example, here's a Gucci store just across the street, and they also have a shopping mall just directly ahead with a Louis Vuitton there. And anyhow, I've been here about 2 days now, and I took the high-speed train from Tokyo to get here. And though it's a 200-mile trip, and the train is supposed to be high speed, it's supposed to go up to 200 miles per hour, but the trip still, it took about 6 hours to get here. And that's probably because the train makes quite a few stops. I'd say it stops about maybe 10 times between here and Tokyo. And they actually have a train station and subway just right across the street. Get past this bus waiting area here, and there's the train station in the center. It's the that's listed as the JR Towers retail shopping, and then the train station is kind of in the basement. And here's this mall here. It's called Midland Square Mall, and they have a bunch of high-end retail shopping here, and they even have a Lexus car dealership just right here on the ground floor. And you can see some of those cars, they come with camping gear apparently. And they actually have a second retail location just right on this second level. And this is actually a pretty big mall. It's about 4 or 5 stories. And then looks like in the basement level they have some restaurants. And now on the second level, here's a Foxy clothing store. See anything interesting in Foxy? It's like women's clothing. And here's some more Toyota, Lexus cars. Hello. And I believe that's in yen, the 19,000. That's per month. And it looks like the car itself is 2.9 million yen. So that would be about 24,000. And this is a Toyota too. It's part of their brand. It's called Crown. And you actually see a lot of the taxi cabs here. They're kind of older Crown vehicles, but these are all Toyotas. Here's a Corolla. There's a couple more in the back. And I'm now back outside the mall, and I'm just going to head over to the train station and take a subway more towards the center of town. And that's also where my hotel is as well. They do have hotels in this area, but it is a little bit more expensive. For example, there's a Marriott just right there across the street, and that's listed as a 4-star hotel, and I think most Marriotts are at least 4 or 5, and that is about $300 a night. But you don't have to go too far from here, where you can get a business style hotel, basically big enough for like 1, maybe 2 people. The rooms are just really super small, and it's about $30–40 per night. So if you don't mind going 2–3 miles from the center of town here, you could get some pretty good deals. and it is pretty much always busy here. And this is the JR train station slash office building, and they actually have a bunch of different stuff in there. There's also another shopping mall, and they also have, it's pretty much like a one-stop place. You could even do your grocery shopping, and it's pretty convenient how they have everything set up. And let's see, trying not to get lost here. I don't think that might be the subway entrance, but that's, looks like that's a different subway line now. And just some more office buildings across the street, and there's also a Prada clothing store or jewelry store. I think that's clothing. Something else I should point out is, though these train stations are public transportation, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are cheap. For example, my train ticket from Tokyo to here was about $70. So for a 200-mile trip, I guess that's not excessively expensive, but it's not really all that cheap either. There's also a pretty large mall up above in this building right here. I'm actually looking for the subway entrance, and I think I kind of went in the wrong building, which happens a lot. It's pretty easy to get lost in these places. They're just very, very huge buildings. The subways and trains are just massive complexes out here. And thankfully, once I do find the subway, it's actually not too expensive to take it. It's about, maybe to go 2 miles, it's about $1.50. And I think I see it just kind of across the way, and they have all these taxi cars here. And I take it quite a few people, they just rely on the public transportation, and then I guess once they get to a train station, you just take maybe one of these taxis, or they also have Uber. And these older taxis, these are Toyota Crowns. You can see the front emblem on them, and they kind of look like older vehicles, but they're still Toyotas. And I'm looking for the yellow line. Okay, so here it is. I knew I was getting close. And then what they have here is, instead of paper tickets, is like a credit card like device. And once you find the subway that you want to go on, you just basically swipe the credit card. This looks like it, so you just swipe it there, and it tells you what your balance is. And thankfully, most of these signs up above, they are in English, so I'm able to hopefully find my way. And the sign back there said go to platform 1. And this is platform 1 here. I guess in some ways I'm not really saving that much time by taking this subway. I mean, I'm only going about maybe 1.5 miles. after dealing with all these lines and stuff, it probably takes almost as much time to wait for the subway as it does if I would have just walked there. And there's a lot of people waiting in line today. So people are just lined up basically for each car. And just gonna try to find a line that's a little bit shorter. And I'm now on the subway for the short ride. Just basically 2 station stops from here. And it should take maybe about 5 minutes. And I'm now at my subway stop at the Saki station. That didn't take too long, maybe less than 5 minutes. I'd say maybe about 3. But when you add in waiting in line and kind of all the other stuff, I guess I didn't really save that much time. And here are the machines where you swipe your card again, and it tells you what the cost was. And look for a sign. These say exit here. And these are just huge subway stations. It's be very, very easy to get lost in one of these. And here's the exit, and that trip came to a total of $1.50. And I'm now outside of the Saki subway terminal, and this area is a little bit interesting. There is this starship shaped glass structure here is actually for a bus terminal, and the large building directly behind it is a art museum, and that's listed as a modern art museum. And it says the admission to there is about $12. And this is a piece of artwork in itself. This bus station here, it looks like there's some water up on the roof. I don't know if that's maybe from the rain. I take it the bus station itself is somewhere down here in the basement area, and it looks like they got more shopping there as well. Even the benches are works of art, but they don't really look that comfortable to sit on. That's either the Eiffel Tower in Paris or a TV tower for Nagoya, and it is a TV tower. And it looks like they have restaurants there on the lower level, and an observation tower up above. Going to explore this area a little bit. And one other thing that I've found out after being here a couple days is there's a lot more bicycles when you get kind of further out from the center of the city. And people here, they don't seem to be for the most part too concerned about someone stealing their bikes. Just one of those bikes has a lock on it. But you do have to be a little bit careful when you're walking on the sidewalks, just because you're basically sharing a sidewalk with the bikes as well. And I'm now just crossing the street. And one other thing that I like to point out about the city of Nagoya is that we're close to the headquarters for Toyota. The Toyota Corporation, the car company. They're about 20 miles from here, and they actually have a city that's named after them, Toyota City, and that's where their headquarters is located. And they also have a Toyota museum here in Nagoya, and I have not been there yet. It does look interesting if you're into cars. And here's a better view of the Nagoya TV tower. That Ferris wheel, about a block over, that looks interesting. Gonna check that out. And it looks like there's also a McDonald's over there, McDonald's restaurant. And I'm now just crossing this street, and though I'm about a block from where I got off at the subway, it looks like this is still part of the Saki subway station. And they have these exits on pretty much, looks like just about every street corner. There's one across the street, and so I could have actually got off or exited the station at pretty much any one of those exits. And I'm still a little bit confused how all that works. It's a bit of a maze once you get down in the subway. Probably takes a little bit of time to know where everything is at and what exit is for which street. And there's a vending machine, and there's a lot of these vending machines around. They have these pretty much everywhere, and looks about the same kind of stuff as you would get in the rest of Japan. There's a lot of soft drinks and juices, and they also have coffees and teas as well. And the prices aren't that bad. It's about $1.25 for a drink. And here's that Ferris wheel, and there's the McDonald's right next to it. I'm just going to check this area out. And they have a lot of public transportation, a lot of buses here, so you really don't even need a car. And if you did have a car, I think you would have a little bit difficult of a time finding parking for it. I really haven't seen too many parking garages, but I'm sure they do have them, and they probably will charge to park here. These look like office buildings up on top. Maybe there could be shopping in this one, but most of these, like across the street, they look to be offices up above with retail below. And what is this? It says smoking space. I'm not sure. Smoking does seem to be a little bit more popular here, and I think that's probably just because, possibly it could be because cigarettes are cheaper. It's about maybe $3 for a pack of cigarettes. Looks like they got another casino here. There's actually quite a few of these. See what's going on in here. And surprisingly, they have quite a few of casinos like that. And what's interesting is instead of using cash to play with those slots, they use marbles. And from what I understand, each marble is equal to about 10 cents maybe. And it's supposed to be some sort of a cashless way to gamble. Try not to get run over here on the sidewalk. But hello, thank you. They seem to be advertising. Not sure what this is for. Could be for the casino, but that might be something else. Maybe like a bikini bar. But anyhow, getting back to the casinos, they just have them like kind of in the strangest places that you just wouldn't really expect. Like that retail building back there. And here's a Rolex store. So they got more high-end shopping here. And what's really surprising about the casinos is, though it's supposed to be low-limit gambling, supposedly the gambling market in Japan is several times larger than it is in Las Vegas, which is actually kind of hard to believe, but that's what they say. And so I guess people in Japan really don't have a need to go to places like Las Vegas or Macau, that's in China. I'm not sure where else the nearest gambling place is from here. But I haven't seen like more traditional gambling like baccarat or blackjack or craps. I have not seen that. I think the way they have the gambling here is it's supposed to be like a more non-cash way of gambling. Like the marbles are you're supposed to, if you do win when you gamble, you're supposed to be able to trade those in for prizes. So I'm not really completely sure how that works, how much stuff you could buy with the marbles, but the gambling does seem to be popular here, and they also have it in Tokyo as well, Yokohama. And here is a Tesla store. It says new store that's opening March 1st, and so this just basically opened about a month ago. And here they got their little showroom here. Certainly not as big as the Lexus dealership, and I haven't really seen too many Tesla cars out here. Maybe there's a small percentage of them that are here, but for the most part it's mostly Toyotas and Hondas and Mitsubishis, and I certainly haven't seen any Fords or Chevys. Well, maybe one. I did see a Cadillac, and that's probably like really unusual to see someone drive around in a Cadillac out here. And there's some more outdoor mall areas in this area. This street here is one, and here we got some bicycle parking here, and these guys also are not concerned about theft. It looks like just that one bike there has a lock on it. And just gonna check out this area a little bit. This looks like a lot more restaurants down here too. And let's see, here's a little restaurant, and 500 yen for these dishes. That looks like fried chicken, so that's about $4 for some piece of fried chicken with a little bit of rice. And here's another restaurant, and that looks like pork and rice, and you got your choice between dinner A through dinner E, and those look to be about 800-900 yen, so that's about $7 each. And looks like I found some more casinos. These are, it says King Pachinko and Slot, and that's basically the name of the slots, the Pachinkos. And this doesn't look to be a casino. This looks like children's arcade area. Looks like you can just have a chance to win these stuffed animals. So they have things kind of mixed. The arcades are right next to the casinos. And it looks like they have a couple of these casinos right here. I know that's one across the street. And then this says Game King Joy. Let's see what's going on at the Game King. Here's some video games. Maybe this isn't a casino. Might just be an arcade. Looks like these guys are gambling over here. And it looked like that was a mix between an arcade and a casino. Some of those did look like they were just arcade games, but there were some games of chance where it looks like you would win something. And here's another restaurant here. And here they have dishes of pork, egg, and noodles, and those are about $8 each for that. And the eggs, it looks like those were hard boiled, but they look to be rather soft, so I'd be kind of careful with the way they cook the hard boiled eggs. And here's another casino. This is the King Slot. Let's see what's going on in here. And that was the King Slot Casino, and I was actually looking for a restaurant or a buffet. I doubt they would have a buffet like they do in Las Vegas. I have not seen a buffet here yet, but that one was actually pretty busy. So I guess maybe it is possible that gambling is a pretty big business here in Japan, even at 10 cents per marble. And those machines, they almost look like pinball machines. And I have not played one yet. I don't know if I'm going to have time to check that out, and rather do other stuff like check out these restaurants. And this one looks like they got some sushi there. And there's a giant lobster on that one. Go check out this restaurant across the street. There's another giant crab back there. And where's their menu? And it looks like the meal comes in several courses, and it says the total there is 9,700 yen. So that's about $80 for that. So if you like crab or lobster, these are pretty good restaurants to go to. And this one also looks interesting. That looks like another pork and egg dish. And they also have various vegetable dishes, corn. And but those eggs, though, they do look pretty soft. And that dish there is 1,100 yen. And that's about $9. And it doesn't look like there's any more casinos in this area, just some retail, and there's a couple hotels. This one across the street is called the Princess Garden Hotel, and online that is listed as a 3-star hotel, and one night there is about $50. And I'll have to keep that in mind, because that's not really that much more than what I'm paying to stay at a My Stay hotel. And that's basically more of a business-like hotel, just because, or at least I consider it to be, the rooms are just so small that I don't see how you could travel with like a family or whatnot. It basically is just big enough for 1 or 2 people, but there's a lot more kind of going on in this area with the casinos. And they actually have quite a few of those casinos, but they're more kind of spread out. It's not like Las Vegas, where you have like Las Vegas Boulevard, and you know, there's like 30-40 casinos on that one boulevard. They seem to be kind of spread out around here. Also, I was a little bit curious about what the apartments cost here, and I found a website online, Japanese apartments, and a 1-bedroom apartment is about $400 to $700 in this area, which seems pretty reasonable. And this is called Bear Hug Spa. I'm not sure. Oh, that's a massage parlor, and it's like 120-minute massage. So that's like a 2-hour massage. There was 20,000 yen. What would that be? So that would be about $170 for that massage, though 2 hours does seem kind of long. I'm not sure if that would have a happy ending at the end of it. Probably not. Anyhow, getting back to the rent in Nagoya, $400 to $700 per month for 1 bedroom. It does seem pretty reasonable, and especially when you consider the average person here, I believe they earn about $40,000 per year. And once you're here in this area, at least, you really don't need a car. And if you do have a car, there's not a whole lot of traffic, and a lot of the cars are smaller, like that green one there, that little hatchback. And but you really wouldn't even need a car. Seems like people do pretty good on bicycles. And like this one here, they have a basket in the front. It looks like a maybe a child seat for the back. And you can pretty much do all your shopping and everything. And that person's got a lock on their bike. They're smart. And I also wanted to do a grocery shopping trip while I'm here. And most of the grocery stores, they seem to be kind of on the small side. You really don't find any larger supermarkets. And they're actually basically kind of like these 7-Elevens up here, just kind of neighborhood markets. And just some of the foods that are more expensive just in general in Japan are also expensive here. So just stuff like fresh fruits are a lot more expensive. Grapes, strawberries, I would say those are about at least double what they are in the US. And dairy products too are more expensive. And I'm just going to check out this 7-Eleven here real quick. I know it's not really grocery shopping, but they do have a lot of prepared foods, and it's not all junk food. There's a lot of noodle dishes and some drinks. There's some coffees. Here's some frozen foods. There's a pizza there. It looks like that's about $4 for that pizza. Here's burritos. Tomato and cheese burrito. I do not see a price on that. Let's see what else. Here's some prepared dishes. That's about $4 for that. Looks like some shrimp and pork maybe. There's some rice dishes on the bottom. Those are about $3 for those. And here's some noodle dishes. That one there is about $4. And here's some lunch meats and packs of ham. That's about $1 for that big slice. And here's cafe lattes. Those are about $1 each, and some orange juice. But there's really no dairy here, like milk, and didn't really see any cheeses either. And also they don't really have any fruit to choose from. Like some will have bananas and maybe salads, if you consider salad a fruit. But I guess it's healthier than most of the 7-Elevens in the US. At least they didn't have a lot of junk food and whatnot. But see, things that are more expensive besides the fresh fruits, like I was saying about dairy, when they do have milk, it's usually sold like in 1 liter containers. And 1 liter of milk is, I want to say, about $1.75. And I have not seen a store yet that sells milk by the gallon. So it really is not that popular here to drink milk. And when they do have milk, you kind of have to be careful, because quite a bit of it is like artificial or blended milk, where it's not like 100% real. And here is the Space Museum, that building right there, and that is showing up actually as a Science and Space Museum of Nagoya. And if you want to check out their website, they have one online. And then there's also some foods that are cheaper here. I found that stuff like rice seems to be cheaper. And a lot of the fast food restaurants, they'll just serve like simple dishes like rice bowls with a chicken leg, and that might be maybe $3-4 for something like that. And this is a pretty neat building, how they have this globe just balanced in the center of it. And there's also a big park right behind here, and I'm just gonna cross the street and check out this little restaurant over here. And that looks kind of interesting. Looks like kind of like a pancake with noodles in the center. And here's some more up here. And these are all $2-3 each. And just kind of various fillings in the center. It looks like a lot of it had kind of like whipped cream and some fruit with the pancakes. And though they're kind of small, only $2-3 each, looked like a good deal. And this is the museum building, and it looks like they have a gift shop on the ground level. And this side looks to be the entrance. And like most museums, they probably do charge a fee to enter. And I'm not really too interested to see a science museum today, so I'll pass on that. And it looks like they have a seating area here and a cafe and restaurant right there inside the building. And there's a little streetcar there. And here's a looks like a rocket booster maybe. And it looks like the whole back of the building, that's just all glass. You can even see the elevator cables. Kind of neat how they have that. And here's the park area. And this looks like this would be a good place to go if you have a dog, or if you want to play some sports. And they also have a fountain here as well. And you don't really see too many people with dogs here. And when you do see a dog, it's usually like maybe like a toy poodle or a smaller dog. And it's like there's some kids here playing soccer. And here's the fountain. And that will conclude my walking tour of Nagoya. Thank you for watching.